Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to learn modern periodic table. So what is modern periodic table? Modern periodic table is nothing but a tabular arrangement of elements in groups and periods which highlights the regular trend in properties of elements. This is nothing but modern periodic table. So it is divided into groups and periods. So the vertical columns in the periodic table are known as groups. So there are total 18 groups in long form of periodic table, and they are represented by using row 1 through 8. So the elements of group 1, 2, 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17, they are called as the main group elements or the normal elements, whereas the elements of group 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 and 12, we call these elements as transition elements. Group 18 elements, we call it as the noble gases or inert gases. Why? Because their outermost shell is completely filled. So due to the stable electronic configuration, they generally don't react with the other elements. When we talk about the features of the elements in group, so group 1 will all be alkali metals, so they are form strong alkalis with water, whereas group 2 elements are alkaline earth metals, so they also form alkalis but weaker than group 1 elements, whereas group 13 or 3a, this we call it as a boron family. So boron is the first member of the family. Next, group 14 or 4a, we call it as a carbon family. Carbon is the first member of this family. And group 15 or 5a is nothing but nitrogen family. This group has non-metals and metalloids. Group 16 or 6a is called as an oxygen family. They are also called as chalcogens. Group 17 or 7a is nothing but halogen family. The elements of this group form salts, whereas group 18, zero group we call it as, they are nothing but noble gases, as we already discussed. Let's start metals and non-metals. The element with 3 or less electrons in the outer shell are considered as metals, and metals or semi-metals are the elements which have properties that are intermediate between the properties of metals and non-metals. So they will possess the properties like metals but are brittle like non-metals. So they're generally semiconductors, both metals and non-metals, you can see. Next is valency. Here valence is nothing but, or valence or valency of an element is nothing but combining power of the element with respect to oxygen, hydrogen, or indirectly any other element through hydrogen and oxygen. So valency is nothing but the combining power of an element or to combine with others. Next is atomic radius. Atomic radius of an element is nothing but the distance from the center of the nucleus to the atom or to its outermost shell. Okay, and atomic radius is measured in picometer units. 1 picometer is nothing but 10 to 12 meters. Next is variation of atomic radii in a group. So atomic radii increases from top to bottom in a group of the periodic table. As we go down in a group, the atomic number of the element increases. Therefore, to accommodate more number of electrons, more shells are required. So as a result, the number of shells in a group from top to bottom increases. Variation of atomic radii in a period. So atomic radii of element decreases across the period from left to right. As we go to right, electrons enter into the same main shell or even inner shell in case of D block and F block. Next is ionization energy. The energy which is required to remove an electron from its outermost shell is nothing but ionization energy, and depends on certain factors, that is nuclear charge, screening effect. So nuclear charge is nothing but more the neutral charge, more the ionization energy. Example, sodium and chlorine. Chlorine atom has more ionization energy, so it is having more charge. Next is screening effect. More the shell with electrons between the nucleons and the valence shell, they act as screens and decrease neutral attraction over valence electron. So this we call it as a screen effect. More the screening effect, less is the ionization energy. Next is penetration power of orbitals. Orbitals which are belonging to the same main shell have different piercing power towards the nucleus. For example, 4s, 4b, 4s is greater than 4p is greater than 4d is greater than 4f. So in the penetration, therefore it is easier to remove 4f electrons than 4s. Between 4 beryllium 1s2, 2s2 and boron and beryllium, both are different, right? Next, stable configuration and then atomic radius. Electron affinity of an element is defined as the energy liberated when an electron is added to its neutral gaseous atom. So electron affinity is also called as the electron gain enthalpy of the element. So electron affinity is nothing but the energy which is liberated. Next is electronegativity. Electronegativity of an element is defined as the relative tendency of its atom to attract electron towards itself when it is bonded to the atom of another element. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thank you.